Okay, now that we've gone through your Getting Started module and you know the basics of the course, we're going to get into the measurement chapter. We're starting with chapter 5 because oftentimes students need to review measurement for the problem solving chapter, which is chapter 1. These were added later, that's why they're later in the book. So measurement, there's the definition here. This is from your workbook. It's page 49 of your workbook. You are welcome to just use a notebook, but I do need you to submit the notes for credit. So here, you're going to read through, you can go ahead and read through this. It just talks about the US system, the metric system. We'll do both. Length is the distance from one end of an object to the other. Here are some examples of length. We have yards, we have feet, there's meters, centimeters, all sorts of things. So I'm going to switch pages here. Now I'm on page 50. And here are your conversions. These are unit conversions. So we have 12 inches, it equals 1 foot. So if that is true, then anything over itself, if they're equivalent, will equal 1. So all of these are equivalent to 1. So I can take anything and I can multiply by 1 in the form of these unit fractions. This is called dimensional analysis. You may have done this before. You can, a lot of times, like 9 feet to inches, I can convert that in my head pretty easily, but if I have something more involved, like I will, definitely will in chapter 1, we need to be able to tackle it in a different way. So if I take what I am given, 9 feet, and I put it over 1, just so it's in a fraction format, and I multiply, so I'm not using a proportion method here where I'm setting something equal. I'm using a unit fraction, so I'm going to multiply by 1 in the form of this unit fraction up here. I want to make sure I have the feet in the denominator, because that way I can simplify before I multiply, and these units will reduce out because anything over itself, again, is 1, including units. So here, these are going to cross out, and then I'm left with, what's in here? I got to put my 12 inches to 1 foot. Now I just need to do the math. I don't have to guess, oh, was I supposed to multiply or divide or whatnot? So we're going to go ahead and just calculate that. So 108 inches would be your answer. So this is example 5.2. This I did as an example. So write that there, that you'll submit as notes, but I'm going to do it all on one sheet. I'm not going to have you do each problem separately. So this one will be a classwork, virtual class. So you're going to complete that. You can pause the video now and get that done. It's very similar to this one, except yards to feet. And going the other direction, so you'll be using these conversions over here. And actually, no, you'll still be using this one right here because you'll want your yards on the bottom. So you're going to use this one right here. This problem down here, C, that'll be a classwork. And this one I'll do as an example right now. So it's going to be a little further to get along the dimensional analysis sort of train that we're going to make. So we have 4,325 yards. That's what we're given. We want to get to miles, but we do not have a direct conversion from yards to miles. I'm going to have to put something in between. So I do know feet to miles. I know that will work. So I'm going to write that over there because what I want to end up with, I want in the numerator here. So what I'm going to have to do in the middle here, I need to reduce out the yards. So I'm going to put that in the denominator so I can do my crossing out. And feet I'll need to get rid of. So I know that I have to do feet to yards. So if we look back up at the top, similar to part B, we needed to use 3 feet to 1 yard. The other conversion we're going to use is 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. Just a note about commas too. Commas are optional for 4 digits, but you can use them or you can leave them out. It's up to you. Anything higher than that, you should be using commas. So now we can go through and reduce our units. So you can pause and try this on your own and see how it matches up to mine. That's a really good way to learn things. So now for the answer, we're going to get the 4,325 times the 3 divided by the 5,280, and that will be in miles. So we do need to calculate that out. You can just use the calculator and multiply it, follow your order of operations. This is the calculator I recommend right here. It's a TI 30XS Multiview. I really like it a lot. It's very easy to use. If you have the Pro and you want to use that, that's great too. You do not need to get a graphing calculator, but if you have one and you like it, then go ahead and use it. So we get 2.457 and so on. So it's about, we'll go out a couple places. So we'll say 2.46 miles. So this squiggly or wavy equal sign, that means approximately. Okay, that little symbol right there. I do want to give you the answers to your classwork as well. This one, the answer is 21 feet for B. And C, the answer is about 2.3 miles. We have a word problem now at the bottom. I'll do that one out. We're going to apply our skills that we were just working on. So we have 2 sales on tubing. 3 yards of tubing A is on sale for $5.49, and 2 feet of tubing B's sale price is $1.88. Since either tubing is acceptable for your project, which tubing is less expensive? So right away you should notice that they are in different units of measure, and whenever we're comparing, we want to put them in the same unit of measure. So I'm going to convert to the same units. We can, you could convert both to feet or both to yards. I'll do the yards just so we'll have a fraction to deal with, and I'll show you how to deal with that, but you could do it the other way as well. So here's A. I'm going to convert that, so 3 yards, and I want to convert that just to leave it. I actually don't need to. B, I'm going to convert to have it from feet to yards, 2 feet over 1 times 1 yard over 3 feet is 2/3 of a yard. And again, that you could probably just do in your head just as easily as doing this out. Just want to show you the method. Then we need to figure out the price per yard for each. So A, we're going to do the price divided by the number of yards. It's usually price over quantity for these things. So if we have A is $5.49 over 3 yards, that will come out to be $1.83 per yard. And B, let's do really quickly, you could probably do that one on your own, but $1.88 over 2/3 of a yard equals, I'm going to show you how to do that with using your fraction key. That's one reason I wanted to show you this. So on your calculator, you have this nice key here. And in this course, you can use calculators the whole time. So I'm just going to put in the price, $1.88 divided by, and then I could use parentheses and do 2 divided by 3 and still keep in my order of operations. Or I could just use this fraction key. And I just hit that, and then I type it in just like as in a computer, and your software will be kind of like this, the electronic homework that you'll have. And then you're going to get 2.82, so it's $2.82 per yard. So which one is better? So I would say the lower price is A. And then when it's a word problem, you do want to write your answer in a sentence. A is the better deal. Okay. Thank you for watching. I'll continue on in a separate video.